always believed that the best way to strengthen the diaspora and Jamaica is for the diaspora to understand exactly what is happening in the country, what opportunities exist. There are opportunities. And for Jamaicans to understand how we can work with the diaspora for mutual benefit. So I really wasn't ahead of that, but I am very committed to the role that investment plays in the development of our country and report the role that trade plays in the development of our country. For my sins, I'm overworked, underpaid civil servant. I'm saying that before my boss says here, the minister. But it is because I am passionate about growth in Jamaica. Let me just tell you about the Exim Bank Jamaica. Exim Bank Jamaica has been around for some 32 years. And it provides financing not only to exporters, but in fact the entire value chain of exporters. It provides goods and services to exporters, anybody along the value chain. And that is in an effort to promote exports from Jamaica to other countries, whether they are goods or services. Jamaica has a competitive advantage because of its strong brand in a number of different areas. Unfortunately, our export sector is dominated by a few large Jamaican companies. And we recognize in order to expand our foreign exchange earnings, we have to develop more small and medium-sized exporters, as well as to develop the value chain, which are a critical component to their success. So Exim Bank is that financial arm that tries to assist outside of commercial banking framework. We're wholly owned by government, and we primarily have lending products, as well as a very unique product called trade credit insurance, which I'll come back to in a minute. Our performance has, I would dare say that every large Jamaican company at some point in time has borrowed from the Exim Bank. Whether it's Grace Kennedy, whether it's Cinco, at some point in time we assisted them, particularly in our trade finance, by use of our trade finance products, but also in supporting them in other ways, partnering with other stakeholders. So we have reached as high levels as $8.3 billion in loan utilization. Loan utilization meaning the amount of loans that we need. Remember, unlike other financial institutions, Exim is really not driven by profit. We are focused on getting into the hands of private sector companies the financing they need to be able to compete both locally and internationally. For those of you in the room who are buyers of Jamaican products, our job is to support local companies so they can improve their capacity to supply to you, improve their quality of the goods that make it into your market. And I'll tell you a little bit more sweet conversation I had with Exim USA right at the beginning of this forum. So who do we lend to? We lend to manufacturers, processors, people in the services industry, anybody who is really productive and who have established, particularly those who have established a market overseas. We work alongside our stakeholders like John with their export development and export promotion products to help our companies find markets overseas, whether that means Cuba, like we say in Cuba, or the USA or the UK or wherever it may be. And they're an important partner to us. I know you heard Claus speak about the tourism industry, and I don't believe people even in Jamaica or even outside of Jamaica understand what is really happening in Jamaican tourism. It is going to be the biggest sector of growth over the next couple of years. There has been unprecedented investment in that sector in terms of large hotels, yes, largely dominated by the Spanish. However, there continues to be a significant expansion. The Minister of Tourism speaks about it, his goal of 5 and 5 and 5 in terms of its improving the number of rooms, improving the amount of the stock of how much money is spent in the country and the amount of stock over arrivals versus cruise ship arrivals. I hate to talk about adversity and what has happened to some of our Caribbean neighbors as a result of the hurricane. Unfortunately, Jamaica is already seeing increased tourism arrivals as a result of it. Fortunately for us, but it's just a reality. We are poised for growth in tourism. Tourism is considered what I would say a super sector because it connects back to so many other sectors. So in fact, Exim has put in a special line of credit, which is the lowest interest bearing line in the country to support all entities that are involved anywhere along the tourism transition. We continue with the audience that is here. I think it's important that we talk about how that affects you. And as I said before, my goal is to make sure that we can expand. Many of our buyers here complain about quality, or they complain about packaging, or they complain about consistency of supply, or they complain about ability to get the goods in time. Our job is to help to build the capacity of the Jamaican company. And I had a brief conversation, and I'm being short for a reason, because I know there's 3 other speakers behind me. One of the very dynamic, and really I'm very excited about it. I've been trying to establish a partnership with the USA, ex-USA for some time now. And one of the most immediate forms, benefits that we think we can almost put in place immediately is this issue of a supplier's guarantee. I don't know how many people know my buyers. Raise your hands if you're a buyer of Jamaican products or services. Well, as Connie said, tell your friends, and you're going to be more important ambassadors. If you are a buyer of Jamaican products, you are eligible to get what is called a supplier's guarantee from the university. Which says that you may not be confident that your Jamaican buyer will pay you. The supplier's guarantee guarantees up to 95% of the payment, which allows you to extend credit to the Jamaican supplier. Jamaican buyer, stay with me, the Jamaican buyer. For a small business entity, the ability to get credit is very important in their ability to survive. So typically what a Jamaican company will do is they come to me or they come to JNBM, some are large commercial banks, a line of credit that will allow them to pay their overseas suppliers. Often agreements are pretty high. What this arrangement will allow them to do is to get supplier credit. And supplier credit is going to be very at a lower cost and the cost of financing. Just like that. What we've been told is that a lot of suppliers don't know that they're eligible for it, 1. And 2, many of our local buyers don't even know that they can ask for it or pursue it as an issue. And it ends up being a win-win situation because one supplier in the United States and our buyers, and there are large amount of buyers in Jamaica, where they are manufacturers bringing some of their inputs, whatever it may be, you're actually going to be able to finance your production at a lower cost and ultimately sell it at a higher profit or lower cost to the market. Simple solutions that make practical sense. So these among others are some of the initiatives we're trying to pursue with Exim USA and our other partners in order to finance and expand trade between our 2 countries. I believe it can happen. I like planning out. I'm very excited about the roadmap of opportunities in Jamaica. Our macroeconomics are right and right for growth of SMEs. So I ask you to support. I thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm Tori Lewis, and I am a business development specialist at Action Bank. And I ask that you all, Marie wanted us to be really brief, and I am going to be really brief because I wasn't supposed to before the panel. My manager had something to do because she was sick. But that goes to show you have to be ready for it anyway, okay? So what my colleagues and I do at Action Bank, we travel around the U.S. to speak on different panels, participate in road shows, we arrange symposiums and seminars, all in an effort to educate businesses on how they can grow globally. So Exxon Bank, for those of you all who don't know us very well, we are an independent government agency. We were established in 1934. We have 12 regional offices throughout the United States, and we have one in Florida as well. We are headquartered in Washington, D.C. Now, I'm often asked about the import portion of our name. The import portion we no longer utilize. We did one transaction of importing shortly after the bank was established, and it was found that it wasn't beneficial to our U.S. economy. So with that being said, our main mission is to increase export sales, is to sustain jobs by increasing export sales. And one of the good things about Exxon Bank is that we are at no cost to the U.S. taxpayers. In fact, we return money to the Department of Treasury every year. In 2016, we returned over $2 million to the Department of Treasury. So, that's a win-win for our U.S. government. And one of the things we pride ourselves on at Exxon Bank is the help that we provide to the small businesses. We are mandated by Congress to support minority and women-owned businesses and small businesses. In 2016, out of $5 billion in authorization, $2.6 billion went toward small businesses. And out of 2,800 transactions, 2,600 transactions were small business transactions. And that's nearly 90%, which is pretty remarkable. Now, the media likes to pick on Exxon Bank. I don't know if you all know or not, they like to call us corporate welfare. Because we do support the larger corporations such as Boeing, GE, or Caterpillar. But what they don't publicize is that in supporting these larger corporations, the smaller ones benefit a great deal through the supply chain. The smaller corporations are the ones that are building the nuts and the bolts for the big GE machinery and Boeing plants. And that's what they don't understand. So we absolutely, Exxon Bank absolutely do put their time, energy, and effort behind the small businesses and helping us grow. So, out of all the products that we provide at Exxon Bank, our export credit insurance is the most popular. So, it's just as your home insurance or your car insurance, if you have it just in case something happens, you will be able to recover from your loss. That's how our export credit insurance works. It protects you up to 95% against non-payment from your foreign buyer due to commercial or political risk. Now, commercial risk means if for some reason or another your foreign buyer goes into default or bankrupt, you can still get paid under the policy. And political risk means if you have already shipped your goods outside of the country and the country happens to go into war, you can still get paid under your policy for that scenario as well. So the policy, one of the good things about the export credit insurance policy is that it helps you to compete with your competitors in the global market. And when I say that, I mean not offering your form by return. All bodies would rather have terms instead of cash up front or letters of credit. Letters of credit can get pretty expensive. So, and this helps you this enables the buyer to receive the product, sell the product, and potentially pay the exporter back from the proceeds of that product. So it's a win-win for everyone. The U.S. exporter is happy, the farm buyer is happy, and the economy grows. Another product that we offer at Exim Bank is our working capital guarantee. Now, one of the main reasons why companies go into default or bankrupt in the first 5 years is what? Lack of capital. They tend to use up more revenue than before they can build profit. And so that's what our working capital guarantees do. While we don't provide direct financing, what we do is we provide the guarantees to the commercial bank that the exporter will be paid in line. So our working capital protects So our working capital protects the exporter up to 95%. And one of the good things about having a working capital guarantee is that the bank will guarantee your inventory up to 75%. And your receivables up to 90% with the Exim Bank guarantee. Now, without that Exim Bank guarantee, they're only going to give you 25% for your inventory and 0% for your receivables. So it's to your advantage to have the working capital guarantee from Exim Bank. Now, there are some qualifications before you can obtain a working capital guarantee from Exim Bank, and they are: you must have a positive network in your company, you must have a contract or something with a bond buyer, and you should have been in business for at least a year. And those are small qualifications, they're not hard to crack. So because we are, as I said, we are mandated from Congress, and because we have a charter and there are certain restrictions in the charter that we must follow. At no time can we export to another country's military, unless it's for humanitarian reasons, such as drug interdiction or helicopters. Now, your product must be a certain amount of U.S. content, 51% for short term and 85% for medium term. So let me give you an example of U.S. content. These glasses, there might be 10 different components to these glasses. They can come from all over the world. As long as it's manufactured and made here in the U.S., that's your 51% U.S. content. And it qualifies as an export. We have a country limitation schedule, and it's posted on our website at www.exim.gov. I always tell exporters to look at that website. Keep your eye on that schedule, because it's going to tell you what countries we are able to export to and for how long. And Maria's giving me this. But I just want to say, You know, we're here. We're your export credit insurance bank for the U.S. And we're going to work with the Jamaican Export Credit Bank. And thank you all for listening to me. Thank you for bearing with me.
Well, I really meant, I don't want to say I didn't mean to, but I did. I was, sorry. But thank you so much for understanding. I know we have two more. Can I ask you please that as much as possible, that you can condense your remarks. I understand the minister is somewhere nearby, so, but I'm not pushing you because of that. I just want us to kind of finish up this part. But I do want to hear from Victoria Mitchell and International, and I'm sure you do as well. So, Jenny, you are a hand. Thank you, Marie, and for this wonderful people here today.
Janice, can I ask you to put the computer top down so we can see your face? I'm sorry. Thank you.
So, this is for my very friend from Victoria to get on you first. We're just going to see the best Okay, so Jamaica National. We have been in this community for a very long time. We're actually over a century and a quarter years old. So, and Victoria and I are on the same age. And so we have actually entrenched ourselves in both the local community here in Florida as well as of course Jamaica. And we started really through a series of mergers of building societies, and we merged to become a Jamaican National Building Society. But over the years, it was a wise decision by the senior management of Jamaican National to apply for a commercial banking license. And this was about 11 years ago, and in February this year, we actually obtained a commercial banking license. So what does that really mean? Many persons know Jamaica National Building Society, how we do, and it is ready to do home mortgages for homes in Jamaica, as well as land occupancy and so on. So with the commercial banking license, it actually just gives us a greater scope and to give the financial landscape in Jamaica a greater, it wasn't so monopolized that the two larger institutes that are here. So in fact, Jamaica National Bank, as Jane Bank calls it, we are the third largest financial institution in Jamaica, and we basically hit more money because we are now the only commercial bank which is member owned in Jamaica, and we offer all the services of a commercial bank. And we have low fees and more competitive interest rates and other lending terms. So today at this forum, because of the heels of the Jamaica 55 Diaspora Conference in Jamaica, how many persons in this room actually attended the Jamaica Diaspora Conference in Jamaica? You were here? And also okay, wonderful. And it was really one of the best conferences that actually been to know about, because I've been going to all the conferences and sessions. And it really showed that one of the church was saying is that Jamaica has been open up for business, and we are now wide open. And so we really encourage as many persons as possible to listen to what the previous speakers said and to believe what they're saying, that Jamaica is really wide open. For Jamaica National, we have become more of a partner with all the trade and investment companies that are in Jamaica. So right now we offer our services online, so we want to make sure that we digital footprint. And our website is pretty interactive, and you can find all the services there. But in Jamaica, we have 34 locations, 100 ATMs. We have relationship managers and client relationship officers at all locations at Jamaica National. We also assist with their offices, membership relationship. Our credit card facilities there, as well as, of course, our line of credit. And then with Exim Bank, we know that they have a low interest rate as it relates to line of credit. But what Jamaica National does, it gives you that additional option. Because sometimes when it's done, it's like one particular institutions when there are no options. So right now, the landscape is there for you to pick and choose what they want to do. And of course, everybody has their own terms and conditions. And I know with the line of credit, usually there will be based on an asset like a house or something. But for Jamaica National, no, you base your line of credit on your income and other factors. So in a changing world, all it takes to innovate thinking. When you think about companies like Lyft and Uber, Airbnb, and some of Charles mentioned some of those, all it just takes is a thought. So it makes you think that you're not too old and you're not too young to be an innovative thinker. You can actually make it happen. So we are here as an investment arm to actually help you to create that opportunity, create that dream that you have, and we can actually be there for you, for you to actually get your investment. And we, of course, we have a small business. We are a very large company in Jamaica. We have several small companies, and we have a small business arm. And even as Lisa was saying about the super sector tourism, our small business arm goes to about 300,000 Jamaica, which is really nothing much in the US standard. But once it's tourism related, it goes up to $3 million and over. So the small business arm is international. You can actually get a lot more funding or micro loans if it's actually tourism sector, because that is really a huge sector, and encourage any person that's possible to tap into the sector. I know in our business here in South Florida, a person will come and they will do the financing for homes, and it's mostly for Airbnb. And that's contributing to the finance to the tourism sector as well, because persons want alternates, they want options. And once you have a strong financial company like Jamaica National Bank, again offering all the services of commercial banking, you will be able to make a start and to achieve that. Thank you.
While they bring my presentation, I'm going to ask everybody to stand. Please stand. Where you sit, make sure your chair is right behind you when you stand. Please stand for me. I want to make sure you the presentation this morning. I'm going to ask you to ease back down to your chair, but only sit right on the edge. Only sit right on the edge for me. Please. Only sit right on the edge. Your body right on the edge? So I can report that I had you on the edge of your seat. Denise, while she was speaking, and I recall that Denise, his father, and my father were practitioners in the same industry several years ago. They were both insurance salesmen and were quite superlative in their field of industry. And here we have another generation repeating against these quite the outstanding banker. Please, another round of applause for my friend. I saw a number of childhood friends in the audience. I feel like I'm having a night. I used to Lisa, sweet 16. Claude Wilson, and his older brother, and I competed in the track and field. He was at that purple school, I was at a green and black one. And I have many, many friends all throughout the room. I'll just say my presentation is on a 7-minute loop. It has everything in it that I want you to know. So I'll just kind of let it run and speak to you freely. The first thing I want to say to you, well, last night, while I was asleep in the hotel, now I am a little affected by snoring. I have a CPAP machine, so I need to sleep with a device. The pole went out of the room, and so I'm stroking for air because the pole killed the machine. And it just made me feel so much at home, how powerful I was asleep. So I really felt the weather impacted me very bad. I could see branches and saddle everywhere as I drive around town. And I realized they were all just one village, all one world village dealing with calamities that affect us, some that are man-made and some that are not so man-made. I'm speaking to a Jamaican diaspora audience, and I listened to speakers before me. I want to endorse the excitement that was conveyed to you by Lieutenant Shorty, Chairman of FCJ, my good friend Paul, but I don't see him. He's not here for my speech, I'm so upset. right? But God, who is quite an astute speaker, very knowledgeable about investments and trade in Jamaica. I think it's somewhere that each and every one of you should try to find some time to talk to God. Every utterance that he has value in it. And so I just want to endorse what they're telling you about great things happening in Jamaica. I want to make one quick comment. We try to study our market at Victoria Mutual. And one of the things that we looked at is the impact that the highway on the South Coast has had on Jamaica. And it has dramatically improved property values going outside of the Kingston, St. Andrews, St. Catherine area. And there's a lot more urbanization taking place along that road. And it gives a signal to what is now about to happen with the north-south highway. I mean, one of the exciting things that we saw happening is that restaurants in Ontario are doing much better than they did before after they opened up that highway, because now it's a 40-minute trip if you drive like God to get to the North Coast and have a meal. I want to mention that Sam is here. I got to tell you about good services at Victoria Mutual. She's one of our customers, and she was telling that she was giving us feedback. We talk to our customers every single month. We believe that we need to have that kind of intimacy to make sure we satisfy you as our members. I wouldn't get away talking to my wife once or twice per year. Would not be good customer satisfaction. We talk to our customers every single month. So we want to hear from you. We have an office here in Fort Lauderdale. Let me give you the address. Okay, I'm going back here. Let's see what the address is. Right here. It's 2600 South University Drive, suite number 109. The Victoria Mutual mission started 139 years ago, when 9 men of the cloth, nine religious men, looked at Jamaica today and decided that they don't have equal opportunity for everyone. And they want to grant everybody equal access to financial services. So they started Victoria Mutual. We're the only corporate entity in Jamaica. If you could go back in time, you would recognize us by the name that we have today. Others have changed their names. They have pieces or entities that were in existence a long time ago. But the Victoria Mutual brand is the oldest and longest lasting corporate name in Jamaica. We were committed to equality when we started back then. We're still committed to equality in the way we render services today. As a mutual entity, it means that as a deposit holder, you are our boss. Right? It's not the top shareholders. Just by opening an account and depositing with us, you are our boss. So we actively try to track value for you. I see the minister entering the room. Right? Pay homage to the minister. The child with the man and welcome to the minister. So we continue on that mission today. What we do for you, we try to track value for you. So if we're paying you interest on your savings, we try to pay the highest rate of loan. If we're applying interest to your loan, we try to charge you or apply the lowest rate of interest possible, so that we leave the value on the table for you and only track the value that we need to continue our operations. Welcome, Minister, and his lovely wife, Mrs. Anne-Marie Clark. Let's take one of us and then we'll be welcome. Here's the screen. Take a look at the screen there. That's our website. That's our website. And I want to share that with you, because that shows that as we talk to you here in Florida and all of the USA, we try and repose all of our capabilities in a virtual way. We're the only financial institution in Jamaica that you can start and complete a mortgage application online all the way through to approval and disbursement. It's your kingdom. Give me a round of applause for that. The online account opening is quite good. If you can't begin the process online, my team here will help you in Florida area. Otherwise, for a member, you need the team that you can call and complete. I should tell you that our toll-free number is 1-877-770-VMDS. Now, this particular page is topical to the point of investment and corporate development in Jamaica. Strictly speaking, DMBS does not have a corporate banking offer. We have a subsidiary in Victoria Mutual Wealth that obviously engages the corporate entities. I'm happy to report that they did the largest single IPO in stockbroking history in Jamaica. We did that just last year, so we're certainly capable of having to raise the necessary funds. Despite not offering a corporate option for our clients, we have a number of corporate clients in DMBS itself, taking advantage of our savings follow-up. In recognizing this as an opportune segment for us, we are building out a set of capabilities going forward. One of the things that I would mention here, so my seventh page, as that goes, is that we're now an approved financial institution for the DBJ funding, so we can access those funding, which interestingly includes a World Bank line, which comes with a 50% credit guarantee. This has been available in the market now for a little while. It's been underutilized. We want to help to get that piece of financing out there because, you know, it's an important thing. I talk to small business persons and medium-sized business persons all the time, and they cry about the fact that banks require all of this security, all this bureaucracy, all this paperwork. Well, here is a tool that can help you to ease the process. We are now engaging what I would just describe. We're in a country where the word fantastic is used as an acceptable adjective. Without having to give any further evidence. So we have a fantastic investment banking portal that we're going to offer to our corporate banking clients. You've got a new thing. It's going to happen. We hope that we'll bring that to the market next year. And I have much more to tell you. So I'm going to tell you where you can reach me. Right? My email address is christopher.denny@dmbs.com. You really owe it to yourself to talk to me one-on-one because I can't finish everything here now. Right? And my phone number is, I see someone can give pens up. Ready? I need your pen. Okay. It's area code 876-564-0151. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I had you on the edge of your seats. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you so much for that talk. Let's hear it again for our panelists. We love music and entertainment and, that, and when we start talking about business, people start to group and so on. This is important information for you, for your business, for your colleagues, for your vendors, for your customers. We want Jamaica and diaspora community to understand that there are resources out there to help you develop and grow. So you've heard this morning all of the wonderful information on trade and investment, especially investment opportunities that are available in Jamaica. I mean, it's a little island that's so Talawa, and I would really like for you to take this back. Just like Mr. Duncan said, hey, it doesn't matter if 5,000 people are not in the room. If 5 people are in the room and those people tell 5 and they tell 5 more, the word gets around. And all of us in here know someone who needs and can use, if not ourselves, the information that you've heard here today. So I want to thank you very, very much for your support and for the information. And no, you're not going anywhere because it's lunchtime. Mr. Minister, welcome. We'll get around to introducing you properly later on. Right now, I want to applaud you because you sat there and you listened and you took it in and you stayed, and I really, really appreciate it.